Hi, my name is Florence Eghwrudje. I'm here to present my KaggleX final project. I'll share my screen now. KaggleX BIPOC Mentorship Program Cohort 2020-2022 final project. My project is on African food production and supply exploratory data analysis. These are the contents of my project, my bio, project definition, project details, problems, questions, process, insights, summary, and resources. A quick look at my bio. My name is Florence Eghwrudje. I have a higher national diploma in office technology and management from River State Polytechnic. I also hold postgraduate diploma in office and information management. Before I transition into data science, I have worked as a human resources officer, stroke commercial analyst for about 5 years. I presently volunteer with Techstars Startup Weekend, Women in Dublin, and Talk Love Africa Foundation here in Nigeria. I'm also the creator of Accelerated Learning Circle, a community dedicated to assisting young women and girls to reskill and upskill themselves in technology. I hope to one day create a solarized technology hub in my community. Project definition. The project definition of the African food production and food supply is a project that is aimed to provide an extensive analysis of the food production and supply situation in Africa. The goal is to identify the trends, the challenges, and opportunities for improvement in African countries' agricultural sectors. By collecting data from various sources such as international organizations like FAO, World Bank, and Kaggle, this project seeks to create a comprehensive data set that can be used for further studies on the subject matter. The main objective of this analysis are twofold. First, to focus on identifying existing patterns in food production levels across different African countries. Secondly, to analyze how these patterns have changed over time. Project details. You can find the details of my project on this link. Problem. How has the food production and food supply improved in Africa? Questions. So these are the various questions we'll be asking to drive insight from our data sets. What is African food production trend over time? And what are the top 10 African most produced food? What country has the most produced food in Africa? What country has the most supply food in Africa? Process. These are the various processes that were involved in the analysis of this project. First, we look at the data understanding. In the data understanding, we obtain useful information that may be applied in making decisions. The data set utilized for this project was examined, interpreted, and visualized. Knowledge gained from the data set assisted in spotting patterns and trends that provided important insight on the production and supply of food in Africa. Data cleaning. I made sure the data set was accurate for the analysis by doing some cleaning to some of the parameters by changing the data, the year date to date time. Analysis. Carry out a methodological technique to get insightful conclusion from the data set. This required gathering, compiling, and examining the 3 data sets in order to spot trends, patterns, and connections between the data sets, variables using graphs, box plots, bar plots, and line plots. Insights. These are the various insights that were drawn from the data set. The trend of food production in Africa has been on a steady incline over the past few decades, as seen in the plots below. However, there was production decrease in 2007 and thereafter an increase in 2008 up to 2013. The insight drawn from this visuals shows that Nigeria has the highest food production in Africa with a value of 54,000 kiloton of food production in 2012. And in 2011, there was 52,000 kiloton of food production. And in 2013, 53,000 kiloton of food production than any other Africa country. As seen from the visuals below, Nigeria, Egypt, South Africa were the top 3 food producing countries in Africa between the year 2004 to 2013. On the other hand, Lesotho, Gabon, Verdun, Sao Tome and Djibouti were the countries that produced the least food. The bar plot shows that Nigeria has the highest food production by item as indicated in yellow with a value of 38,845 kiloton of cassava and product in 2004, and as indicated in orange with a value of 31,776 kiloton of yam in 2004. This bar plot shows the top 10 most produced food in Africa between 2004 and 2013. They are cassava, sugarcane, maize, yams, vegetables, and the rest. The insight below, the below plot shows the top least produced food in Africa between 2004 and 2013. They are tomatoes, rice, millet, bananas, sweet potatoes, fruits, root sugar, and sugar beets. From the line graph below, you can see that there has been an increase in food supply in Africa between 2004 and 2030 as the year increases. This is another graphical representation of the incline of food production in Africa. As we can see in the bar chart, there have been a steady increase of food supply in Africa between 2004 and 2013. This visuals also show that between 2004 and 2013, Egypt, Tunisia, and Morocco had the highest per capita food supplies, despite the fact that South Africa, Nigeria, and Egypt were the top 3 food producers during that time. From the box plot below, we could see that, for example, we have an outlier in 2012 in ascertaining the year with the highest food supply in Africa. The line graph shows that Egypt, being the outlier, has the highest food supply for consumption in Africa in 2012 with a value of 3,561. Finally, the plot below shows that Egypt had lots more food accessible for consumption in 2012 than any other African nation. In summary, the trend of food production in Africa has been on a steady incline over the past few decades. However, there was production decrease in 2007 and thereafter an increase in 2008 up to 2013. The top 10 most produced food in Africa between 2004 and 2013 are cassava, sugarcane, maize, and products like yam, vegetables, milk, excluding butter, sorghum, and products, wheat, and products, beverages, fermented, and potatoes. Nigeria has the highest food production in Africa with a value of 54,000 kiloton of food production in 2012. And in 2011, 52,000 kiloton of food production and 53,000 kiloton of food production in 2013 than any other Africa country. And lastly, Egypt had a lot more food accessible for consumption in 2012 than any other Africa countries per capita between 2004 and 2013, despite the fact that Nigeria, Egypt, South Africa were the top 3 food producing nations between those times or years. Resources. These are the various resources that were used for the project. Thank you. I will entertain questions. While the questions are coming in, I would like to appreciate I'm incredibly grateful for the opportunity to be part of the BIPOC KaggleX program called 2022. And I've been immensely lucky to have had an amazing mentor, Ayman Mohammed, throughout this journey. I'd like to express my utmost gratitude towards my mentor, who has not only guided me through every step, but also imparted invaluable knowledge that has helped me as a professional. And I also want to thank other mentees who has also been there. And lastly, I want to thank mentor Abdul Wazari Timayu, who painstakingly went through my codes and made some great inputs. And thanks to other mentees who have also provided invaluable insights into various aspects of data science to me. I'm really grateful. Thank you, and thank you.